Hello.
Hi. It's a new computer, so
You look a lot clearer.
what?
And look
This?
at your hair's done, your makeup. Like you just woke up like this, right?
Of course. I will point out my hair and makeup was done in the last video. Just there was the camera was just really bad.
Yeah.
How many times have you listened to the album, would you say, in full since we listened to it for the first time?
Like probably a dozen?
Yeah?
What about you? Is it twice that number?
No. I would say it's about a dozen. And so I
Right.
think that this is a natural follow-up of, okay, we've now listened to Taylor Swift, the Evermore album, a number of times. What's changed? What's the same? What did we not anticipate? What did we not see coming?
That first listen, it's hard, right? It was like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. when you were listening to it. You're listening to the song once, first impression. It's really kind of hard to gauge your true feelings about the song.
Is there anything in the first video you would like to apologize for now?
My reaction to Happiness was just like, I was literally like, snooze fest, I'm over this. And I'll admit, it's still not one of my favorite songs on the album, but it's a beautiful song. And I talked to a friend who's going through a breakup, and he found that one especially meaningful for him.
I do not apologize for my stance on Happiness. That was a boring song at the moment, and I'm still not 100. I get it.
Whoa,
like I get that
she's
there's
doubling
like
down, folks.
bold statements. There's no editing in that song. I don't know, but it's not. I don't apologize for my Happiness stance.
Right. Those are your feelings, and you're sticking to them.
I stand by it.
Like, music serves a different purpose for people depending on where they are in their lives.
Totally. And based on your experiences, how you interpret it. Like to your point of your friend going through the breakup, and Happiness just means so much to them right now. I listen to Happiness. I'm not in that area. It's been thankfully it's been a long time since I've had a breakup. I can't really like relate.
Humble brag.
To humble brag. No, just kidding.
So let's talk about your top 3 now, because we recapped at the end of the first listen our top 3s. So mine at the time was Willow, Nobody, No Crime, and Long Story Short. However, I have completely changed now, and none of those are in my top favorites. It's Cowboy Like Me first, and then Ivy, and then Closure.
Oh, when we did our top 3, I pulled Ivy out like last minute. But can I replace one? I've already wanted to replace one.
All right, which one are you replacing?
So I have Tolerate It, Long Story Short, Nobody, No Crime. And I would like to apologize for that. Ivy is so good. Like it is definitely my top 3. I still stand by Tolerate It. Because like I feel like I have to. But I've actually really, really been loving Dorothea a lot. Dorothea. Ooh, ooh.
Are you angling for a gig backup singing for Taylor Swift? Because it seems like you really have the harmonies down pat.
If only I had any sort of musical ability or tone. If that changes in the future, 100%, I'm quitting everything I do and will actively pursue a backup opportunity in a heartbeat.
So keep her in mind, Taylor.
Please.
What I'm judging by right now, what my favorites are, is every time I go to listen to the album, what song do I press first to listen to? Or what songs do I skip back to listen to? So similarly, I appreciate Tolerate more. But I'm curious, that was your like number one favorite. Like you were losing your mind on that call when we talked the first time.
I am on board in a big way.
So how have you been with that for the past week?
There is something in that song, I think it's her lyrics, and just her ability to just capture an emotion that I resonate so much with. And I think in our last chat, at some point I had asked, like, how do you listen to music? And I realized, like, I listen to music way more, like, I just listen to the beat at first. Like, I have such a hard time listening to lyrics. It takes me so many times to, like, hear it again and again to actually hear what they're saying. I'm usually drawn into what the rhythm is first.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's interesting that the first song that I really like resonated with was something based off of the lyrics.
There's one line that I always think of you when I hear in the album, and it's
"'Tis the damn season."
No.
This might be the first COVID sort of like song.
Why do you think it's a COVID song?
"'Tis the damn season." Like, I don't know. I look at that and I just think, like, usually it's like, "'tis the season." Like, it's like super upbeat and happy, but like, "'tis the damn season." It's kind of like, what are we in right now? I'm calling it as a COVID song. Maybe I'm wrong. So I don't think it's a COVID.
I don't think it has anything to do with COVID.
I can't listen to that song without being like, COVID.
The one thing that I do think of you every time is that that line in Ivy where she goes, "Now I drink my husband's wine." And you had mentioned when you heard that, I actually didn't hear it on the first listen, but you called it out and said you're convinced she's married. So I'm curious to know more about that. Why you think she's married? Where does this come from?
She would go and just get married and not make any mention of it to her, fans, because, as much as we're not a part of her personal life, as much as we think we are. I know, just let me in. I'm still on the fence whether I think she's actually married or not. I think she's like, I don't know if she's said anything specifically about the wedding sort of marriage idea. I don't think she's flat out denied it though. Has she? Like, I don't know if you've
anyone's
come across
asked
anything
her
like that.
specifically. I haven't seen it.
Well, give me the chance. Give me your number. I'll call her up and ask her.
This is your chance right here. Taylor Swift, are you married? Let us
Tell
know.
me. Yes. Respond to this comment. We monitor it. We won't miss it. I still like Folklore more.
Oh, interesting. Now you've had a few more listens.
Mm-hmm. It has not changed. It has not changed at all. Like, when I want to be in like a cozy, or just even have like background music while I'm doing other it's still Folklore to me. And I find, it's just, I like the catalog, I suppose, a bit better. I just want to be invited.
Where do we go from here?
I think from here we keep listening to the album on repeat. And then from here, I think we just continue to regroup when things get exciting and when we're excited about something and we want to unpack it a bit further. Because part of why I love this album so much is because I'm doing this with you. And so if there's something that gets you really like excited, or like there's a fan theory you want to uncover, if Taylor Swift gets married, we're going to be talking about it because we must discuss the entire thing
first.
Yes.
We're only ever one step away from the Taylor Swift got married theory.
We're only ever one step away. That is a beautiful way of putting it.
Like, I know she's re-recording all her old music, so that might be a good opportunity to talk through that and dissect sort of what's changed, what's different, and just look even at the songs and where we were when we first heard them.
I was just going to say, I would so appreciate the opportunity to go back in time and like relive those moments of where we were, even Folklore. Like, what were you doing when that album came out, and what resonated with you then and what resonates with you now? So what was your impression of the reaction and reach that we got with the first album or the first video?
What's really going to be big for me is if it reaches like 1,000 or more, because then it's like it's gotten outside of our circle and people are watching it that we don't know.
Let's reach for the stars, and global domination. A little bit lower than under that would be 1,000 people. Like, somebody who we don't know has watched this show or watched this video. Like,
comment, and share our video.
Absolutely.
Click subscribe below.
Click subscribe, and totally open to sponsorships, by the way. We will absolutely plug that. I will hold whatever. I'll put
not
a
above any
little
of
thing.
it.
We're not above any of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like open and available.